You're standing on the edge of your life, staring into the void of your own failure. And deep down, you know what you've done. You've let your excuses rule you. You've let the world convince you that your dreams were just pipe dreams. And now, you're nothing but a fool who thought the world owed you something. Well, here's the truth. It doesn't. You wanted the easy way out. You thought comfort would be your ally. You believed that some magical moment would come, and the universe would hand you your desires like some benevolent fairy godmother. But it didn't come, did it? And it won't. Because life isn't waiting for you. Life isn't some soft coddling thing that's here to give you what you want. It's a war. A brutal, unforgiving war, and guess what? You're losing. You've been playing with fire, expecting not to get burned. You've been standing still, hoping the world would move for you. But the reality is this: you're not a victim of life. You're a victim of your own weakness. A victim of the lies you told yourself. The self-deception that comfort would get you anywhere. The only thing that's going to get you anywhere is relentless action. And you're too soft for that, aren't you? Too weak, too scared to make the hard choices. Too scared to stop making excuses. Listen, the world doesn't care about your dreams. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired or if you're scared or if you're just not in the mood. The world operates on one simple equation, and you've ignored it. You've acted like you can cheat the system. Well, the math is simple and you missed it. You thought you could take shortcuts, that you could sidestep the struggle, that you could just drift along and things would work out. You thought, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll start next week. You thought you could sleep your way through life and still reach the top. But here's the reality check you've been avoiding. No one cares about your excuses. No one cares that you've been busy or didn't have time. Life doesn't stop. It doesn't wait. And now, you've fallen behind. So here's what you need to understand right now, and understand it deep in your gut. You are not in control. Not yet. Your comfort zone, it's a prison. Your laziness, it's a death sentence. Your fear, a weapon the world is using against you. And you don't even know it. The world is a battlefield, and you're losing the war because you're too busy making excuses. Too busy hiding from the pain. It's time to wake up. You're going to have to do things you don't want to do. You're going to have to fight when you're tired. You're going to have to bleed. And if you think you can avoid that, if you think you can just sit back and let success fall into your lap, then you are already dead. You're already defeated. This is the first truth you need to swallow. You want to win? You want to rise above the pile of mediocrity you've buried yourself in? Then stop whining. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop blaming everyone but yourself for your failure. You are the one holding you back. You've let yourself be consumed by the lies they feed you. Those little comforting lies that make you feel better in the moment. But there's no comfort in victory, and there's no easy path to greatness. You have two options right now. Rise or die on the battlefield of your own weakness. There's no in between. So hear this now. This is your wake-up call. The time for comfort, for excuses, is over. The world doesn't care about your struggle. It only cares about what you're willing to sacrifice. Now stand up, get your hands dirty, get ready to fight, because that is the only way out of this hole you've dug yourself into, and no one's coming to save you. You know what you believe? You believe the world owes you something. You've convinced yourself that somewhere, somehow, there's an invisible hand that's supposed to reach down and pull you out of this misery. You think you can sit back, throw out a few half-hearted efforts, and magically you'll get everything you want. But you're wrong. You've been lying to yourself for so long that it's become your truth, and that lie is the weight dragging you under, and it's time to break it. Let's talk about what you've convinced yourself of. You've told yourself that you deserve success without the work. You've told yourself that if you try just a little harder, just a little bit more, the universe will give it to you. But that's a lie. A lie so deeply ingrained in you, you can't even see it anymore. The truth? No one cares if you deserve anything. You don't deserve success because you showed up. You don't deserve it because you thought about it. You don't deserve it because you wish for it. You deserve success because you've earned it. You earn success by showing up every day, by making sacrifices, by breaking your back when everyone else is lying in comfort. You earn it by refusing to accept anything less than victory. But no. Instead, you've spent years telling yourself, maybe tomorrow will be different. I'll start after the weekend. I'll work harder next week. You believe that the timing will suddenly be right, that everything will line up. The universe will just hand it over to you like you're special, like you're different from everyone else. Well, guess what? You're not special. You're not different. You're average. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can start changing it. Here's the biggest lie you've been living with. You think time is on your side. You think you have all the time in the world to get your act together, that you can push things back, delay, procrastinate. But there's no time. Time isn't your friend. Time isn't waiting for you to catch up. It's slipping away. And every moment you waste, it's gone forever. And still you tell yourself, I'll do it later. I'll get around to it eventually. But that later, it's a mirage. It's never coming. You think the clock is your ally, but it's your enemy. Every day you delay is another day lost. Every moment you waste is another moment you'll never get back. And what do you have to show for it? Nothing. Here's another lie. You think you're working hard. You tell yourself that you're grinding, putting in the hours, working for it. But let me ask you this. Are you really working hard, or are you just busy? There's a difference. Being busy doesn't mean you're working. It means you're just filling your time with distractions, staying comfortable in the illusion of progress. You get a few things done, you feel a little tired, but nothing changes. Nothing improves. And you know why? Because you're not working smart. You're not pushing yourself beyond the limit. You're working within your comfort zone. You're doing just enough to trick yourself into thinking you're making progress. Real work hurts. Real work forces you to grow, to break, to sacrifice, to face things you never wanted to face. Real work is a battle. It's war. And it leaves no room for excuses, no room for distractions. But you've been playing this game of, I'm working hard, and it's a joke. You're not working hard enough to win. And then there's the worst lie of all. The one that's been whispered to you every single day by every motivational speech, every influencer with their shiny Instagram stories, that you just need to believe in yourself. This is the bullshit that's been keeping you stuck. People tell you, just believe and you can achieve anything. They sell you this dream where all you have to do is manifest success, as if simply thinking about it will make it happen. Let me set the record straight. Belief means nothing if you're not willing to back it up with action. Believing in yourself is not some magic key that unlocks success. Action is the key. You can believe in yourself all day, but if you don't, get up and do the work. If you don't show up every single day and prove that belief with your sweat, your pain, your struggle, then it's worth nothing. That belief is a lie, and you've been holding on to it like a crutch, too afraid to step into the pain of real work. Now let me hit you with the coldest truth of all. You're scared of the grind. Deep down, you know the truth. You're terrified of the work, terrified of the sweat, the sacrifice, the struggle. You've been so comfortable in your excuses that facing the real work feels like a war you're not ready to fight. You've been clinging to your little bubble of comfort, telling yourself you'll get there eventually, but all you've really done is avoid the hard part. And that's the part that's going to destroy you. The fear of the grind. The fear that makes you hit snooze on your dreams. The fear that makes you back away from what you truly need to do to succeed. The fear that makes you hide from your potential, because deep down, you know it will demand everything you have. You think you can take the easy route, but guess what? There is no easy route. You've been lying to yourself, and every lie you tell yourself is a chain binding you to mediocrity. Every excuse is a weight pulling you down. And until you face these lies, until you cut through the bullshit and wake up, you will stay trapped in this cycle of self-deception, running from the fight, running from the pain. You want the truth? You're scared. You're terrified of what it will take to be great. You're terrified of the discomfort, the failure, the sacrifice. But here's the reality check you've been avoiding. Greatness is not a gift, it's a battlefield. You earn greatness by showing up, by getting your hands dirty, by breaking through every barrier that stands between you and what you want. It's not handed to you on a silver platter. You don't just deserve it because you thought about it. You deserve it because you earned it through blood, sweat, and relentless pursuit. Now ask yourself, will you keep living the lie? Will you keep telling yourself the same excuses that have held you back for years? Or will you face the truth, no matter how ugly it is, and rise from the ashes of your own self-deception? The choice is yours. But the truth? It's already been revealed, and it doesn't care about your comfort. You want the truth? Here it is, the raw, unfiltered truth. And you better be ready, because this isn't going to be comfortable. It's not going to be the pretty packaged version you've been fed your entire life. You've been living in a fantasy world thinking that there's some shortcut, some magic pill that's going to change everything. But here's the hard reality. There are no shortcuts. Everything you've been told is a lie. You've been told that you can have it all without paying the price. You've been told that if you just want it badly enough, it will come to you. That's bullshit. The world doesn't care what you want. The world doesn't care that you've had it tough. The world doesn't care if you've been working hard. The world only cares about results. And right now, you're not getting results. Here's the brutal truth. You're not special. You're not unique. And you're definitely not entitled to anything. The only thing that separates the winners from the losers is one simple thing: the willingness to do what the losers won't do. To go further, to push harder, to endure more pain, more sacrifice, more failure. If you want to succeed, you have to bleed. So stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself that you're doing everything you can. You're not. You're not doing everything you can, because if you were, you'd be getting results. If you were, you'd be seeing progress. You'd be moving forward, not stuck in the same place, not looking back with regret, wondering what went wrong. The truth is, you're not committed enough. You're committed to comfort. You're committed to the easy route, the smooth path, the one that doesn't require sacrifice, doesn't require pain, doesn't require you to push yourself beyond your limits. You've told yourself that you're doing your best, but you haven't even scratched the surface of your potential. You haven't even started. Here's the reality. The work is brutal. The work is grueling. It will chew you up and spit you out. It will break you down to the point where you'll want to quit, where every muscle in your body will beg you to stop. But guess what? That's exactly where the real work begins. That's when you've earned the right to call yourself a warrior. That's when you've earned the right to demand success. The raw truth is this: life doesn't care how hard you work. It only cares how hard you fight. Anyone can work hard. Anyone can show up, put in the hours, and punch the clock. But how many people actually fight for what they want? How many people push when it hurts? How many people are willing to sacrifice everything, even when they're exhausted, even when they want to quit? That's what makes the difference. You think you've been fighting, but you haven't. You've been putting in a fraction of the effort. You've been holding back, telling yourself, I can't give anymore, this is all I've got. But that's the lie. That's the self-deception. Because when you think you've given all you've got, that's when you're only halfway there. The truth is, you've been holding back on purpose. You've been holding back because you're afraid. You're afraid of failure, afraid of the pain, afraid of the struggle. But guess what? The struggle is where growth happens. The struggle is the only place where you can find your true strength. Without the fight, without the suffering, you'll never know what you're truly capable of. And you know what? It's time to face that fear. It's time to stop running from it, to stop pretending that it doesn't exist. The truth is, you're scared. You're scared of failing, scared of looking foolish, scared of falling short. But you know what? Failure isn't the enemy. Fear is. Fear of failure is what's keeping you trapped in your own weakness. Fear of looking bad is what's holding you back from taking that next step, from pushing past the pain. But here's the thing about fear. It's a liar. Fear will tell you that you can't. Fear will tell you that it's too much, that you should stop, that you're not good enough. And you know what? Every time you listen to it, you reinforce your own weakness. Every time you let fear dictate your decisions, you let it control your life. It's time to flip the script. It's time to stop listening to fear. It's time to start using fear as fuel. Because here's the secret they don't tell you. Fear means you're on the right track. Fear means you're doing something hard. Fear means you're about to break through, about to rise, about to become the person you were meant to be. Now let's talk about the real cost of your weakness. You think you can just coast, just put in the minimum effort, and still make it to the top. But here's the cold truth. The top is reserved for those who are willing to sacrifice everything. You're playing in the shallow end, scared to dive in, scared to get deep. But if you want to rise above the rest, if you want to make it to the top, then you better be ready to swim in the deep end. You better be ready to drown in the process, because that's the only way you're going to rise. You think you've got time. You think you've got years to figure it out, but that's another lie. Time is slipping away. Every day you waste, every day you let pass without giving everything you have, is another day you'll never get back. And every day you waste is another day someone else is moving forward. Someone else is grinding, someone else is getting closer to their dreams while you sit on the sidelines. This is the truth. You're running out of time. And the longer you wait, the further you fall behind. Your competition is out there fighting harder than you, pushing themselves further than you. And one day they'll leave you behind and you'll look around wondering why you didn't push harder, why you didn't fight harder, why you didn't give everything you had when you had the chance. Now is your time. Now is your moment. Stop pretending that you have all the time in the world. Stop pretending that there's some perfect moment waiting for you. The perfect moment doesn't exist. You make the moment perfect by showing up, by fighting, by giving everything you've got. You want the truth? The truth is this: you're not weak because you failed. You're weak because you're afraid to try again. You're weak because you're afraid of the pain, the sacrifice, the struggle. But you're never going to get what you want if you keep running from that. So stop running. You want success? Then fight for it. Here's the reality check you've been avoiding. Weakness has a price, and it's a steep one. You've been letting your excuses guide you, letting your fear keep you in check, letting your comfort zone hold you back. You've been allowing your weakness to dictate your decisions, and now it's time to look at what that's actually costing you. Because make no mistake about it, every time you choose weakness, every time you choose comfort over struggle, you are paying a price. And that price, it's your life. It's your potential. It's the life you could have had but threw away because you were too scared to face the fight, too scared to put in the work, too scared to sacrifice. What's the cost of all that fear? It's mediocrity, it's average. It's being stuck in a cycle of what-ifs and maybe-laters. It's waking up one day, looking back and realizing that you've wasted your time, your energy, your life. And here's the worst part: you'll never get that time back. You'll never be able to rewind the clock and do it over. Every day you waste is gone forever. Every moment you spend in weakness, telling yourself that you'll change later, is a moment that will haunt you for the rest of your life. The truth is, you've been given one shot at this life. One shot to be great. One shot to do something that matters. And right now you're squandering it. You're letting fear, laziness, and excuses win. And the worst part is, you've been tricking yourself into thinking that it doesn't matter. But it does. It matters more than you can imagine. So let me hit you with the cold truth. If you don't change, you'll never escape the trap you've built for yourself. You'll stay stuck in the same place, watching other people pass you by, watching other people achieve what you're too scared to even try for. You'll keep making excuses, telling yourself that maybe tomorrow will be the day you finally break free. But tomorrow will come, and you'll still be right here. Because that's what weakness does to you. It locks you in a cage. And here's what you need to understand. You will die in that cage. You will die with your dreams still inside of you, with your potential unfulfilled, with your legacy unfinished. You'll look back on your life with nothing but regret, wishing you had done more, wishing you had fought harder, wishing you hadn't wasted so much damn time. And the hardest pill to swallow? It's that you'll know deep down, you didn't have to die like that. You didn't have to let fear kill your dreams. You didn't have to let weakness steal your future. But you made the choice. You made the choice to stay comfortable. You made the choice to stay small. You made the choice to let every excuse and every fear keep you locked in place. And now you have to live with it. You have to live with the reality of what you've done to yourself. You know what's worse than failure? Regret. Regret is the poison that eats away at you day after day. Failure, at least, is a lesson. It's a chance to rise again, to fight harder. But regret means you didn't even try. It means you sat on the sidelines while others played the game. That's the real cost of weakness. You might think you're okay now. You might think that you can coast, that you can keep putting it off, that the consequences are too far away to matter. But let me tell you something. The consequences are already here. You can feel them creeping in. You can feel that pit in your stomach, that anxiety that you're not where you should be. You can feel the emptiness inside, knowing that you haven't given your all, knowing that you haven't been putting in the effort, knowing that you're wasting your potential. And the longer you let that happen, the deeper that emptiness will grow. The more you choose weakness, the more you will lose your time, your opportunities, your future. And when you finally wake up and realize what you've done, it will be too late. You'll be too far behind. You'll have wasted too much time in the comfort of your own fear. You want to know what the real consequence of weakness is? It's death. Not literal death, but the death of your spirit, the death of your drive, the death of your passion. When you choose weakness, you're choosing to stop living. You're choosing to die a slow, agonizing death of mediocrity, of missed opportunities, of what could have been. Here's the hardest truth of all. You're already dying. Every day that you stay weak, every day that you choose fear over action, you're dying a little more. Every day you waste is one less day you have to make an impact, to change your life, to make your mark on this world. And the longer you wait, the harder it will be to get back up. You need to face the consequences now. You need to feel the weight of your inaction. Feel the pain of your complacency, because that pain is what will push you into action. Pain is the only thing that's going to wake you up. So stop hiding from it. Stop running from the discomfort. Stop pretending that you can avoid the price you have to pay for your weakness. You have two choices right now. You can keep hiding, keep making excuses, keep letting fear and laziness win. Or you can step up, face the consequences, and pay the price for greatness. The price is hard, the price is steep, but the rewards? They're worth every drop of sweat, every moment of pain, every sacrifice. So choose. Choose the cost of greatness. Choose the cost of strength. Choose the cost of being someone who doesn't back down, someone who fights for what they want, someone who doesn't make excuses, someone who doesn't hide from the pain but embraces it, because if you don't, you'll pay the price of weakness, and trust me, that price is far more devastating than anything you'll have to face in the fight. The rise enough of the past, enough of the lies, the excuses, the weakness. You've seen the truth now. You felt the weight of your failures, the sting of your complacency, the cold reality of your own limitations. But that was yesterday. Today is a different story. Today you decide. Today you rise. This is your moment. Right now. Right here, you have a choice to make. Will you keep sinking into the quicksand of your own fears? Or will you grab that rope and pull yourself out? Will you let the past define you? Or will you let the fire inside you ignite a future that's beyond anything you've ever imagined? The war isn't over. It's just beginning. And today, you rise to fight. You've been down. You've been beaten. You've been broken. You've been knocked out cold by life. But guess what? You're still here. You're still breathing. And as long as you're still standing, there's one thing you need to understand. The war isn't over. You've been to hell and back. You've faced your demons, you've faced your own weaknesses. But now, it's time to fight like you've never fought before. This isn't about pretending to be strong. This isn't about thinking positive and hoping for the best. No, this is about becoming a weapon. This is about taking everything you've learned, every scar, every wound, and turning it into pure, unrelenting power. This is where you make the choice to stop being a victim of your own circumstances. This is where you stop blaming the world, blaming others, blaming yourself. It's time to step into your power. It's time to put your past behind you, to stop letting it hold you back. You don't need the world's permission to rise. You don't need validation from anyone. You only need one thing, a relentless will to fight. But this is where it gets real. You've got the choice right now to rise, but here's the deal. It's going to hurt. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be uncomfortable. You will have moments where you want to quit. You will have days where the pain feels like it's going to swallow you whole. But guess what? That's the price of greatness. This isn't about easy wins. This isn't about a smooth, quick path to success. No, this is a battle. This is war. And the battlefield is ruthless. It will chew you up and spit you out. It will make you question everything. But here's the thing. You will not break. You've already felt the taste of failure. You've already felt what it's like to lose. So now, when you rise, when you come back from the ashes, it won't be with the same weakness that got you there in the first place. You will rise as a warrior. You will rise with a fury in your heart and fire in your soul. You know that pain you've been avoiding, that suffering you've been running from? It's time to embrace it. Not just embrace it, but use it. Use every ounce of that pain as fuel. Every moment of suffering will make you stronger. Every time you fall and get back up, you'll be building a foundation of steel. Every single day you push yourself further, you're sharpening your weapon. And when the battle gets hard, when the world feels like it's crashing down, that's when you'll feel the power surge. Because the power comes from the struggle. But it doesn't come easy. Nothing worth having comes easy. You think success is going to hand itself to you? Think again. Success is earned. It's carved from the very blood and sweat you put into your work. You don't get to the top by sitting back and waiting for it. You don't get there by playing it safe. You get there by fighting. This is where you break free from the lies. This is where you stop pretending that it's going to be handed to you. You've got to take it. Take it with everything you've got. Take it with the same intensity, the same aggression, the same hunger that's been growing inside you. You have to fight for your future like a soldier fights for his life. It's time to step up. It's time to demand what you deserve. And you deserve everything you're willing to work for. You deserve the victory. You deserve the success. You deserve to be the best. But the only way to get there is to fight. Fight like your life depends on it. The world isn't going to make it easy for you. The world is going to try to break you down, to crush your spirit, to make you believe that you're not enough. But here's the truth. You are more than enough. You have everything inside of you that you need to win. You have the heart of a warrior. You have the soul of a champion. You have the will to succeed. So don't back down. Don't stop now. You've got a choice, and the only way to win is to keep going. When the world tries to knock you out, when the pain feels unbearable, when the doubt tries to creep in, you fight harder. You push further. You rise higher. Look at everything you've been through. Look at every time you've stumbled, every time you've fallen. You've made it this far. You didn't quit. And if you didn't quit then, you damn sure aren't going to quit now. You're just getting started. This is your rise. This is your moment to take everything you've learned, everything you've endured, and turn it into something powerful. The fire inside you burns brighter than ever, and it's time to let it burn. No more excuses, no more holding back. No more waiting for the perfect time. The time is now. So rise. Rise with everything you have. Rise for your future. Rise for your dreams. Rise for the life that you deserve. You've been down long enough. It's time to stand tall.